Hello, welcome to Jim Creates. Today we're going to make some birch syrup glazed salmon. Now the first thing you want to do is decide how you want to cook your salmon. I'm going to grill ours, and so I'm going to get the charcoal going before I start anything else. You can always pan fry the salmon, you can broil the salmon, you could just bake it in the oven, it's up to you, but I recommend grilling because it's delicious. Well, while the charcoal is warming up, we'll roll the list of ingredients up in front of the screen, and you can write them down, take screenshots, however you want to do it. Now that our charcoal is heating up, I'm going to go back inside and start peeling and chopping up the ginger. To peel the ginger, I just use the flat side of my knife. And we're going to chop up about a tablespoon. You could do more, you can do less. It depends on how much you like ginger and the flavor of it. You just kind of do a rough chop and then go over it a few more times to make sure it's diced up nicely, because it is going to be going directly on the salmon. Just gather it up, put it in a bowl, and set it to the side for a moment. It's a good time to get your garlic processed. Start by smashing it. Remove the skin, and just like the ginger, you're going to give it a chop and then dice it up. There we go, and once that is prepped, put it in the bowl with the ginger. Now the next ingredient is interesting. Birch syrup is not something you're going to find everywhere. You might have to get it online, but if you have some birch trees and it's springtime, you can probably make it yourself, and I have a short video series on that on my channel if you want to check it out. But a half a cup should about do it because it's a pretty strong flavor. Next I add the chili flakes and a pretty healthy dash of black pepper, along with my soy sauce. And we'll give it a good mix, and that'll complete our glaze. We can set it aside. Make sure you taste it, see if the salt level is where you like it, and the heat. Once that's ready, we'll prep our salmon fillets. These are wild-caught Lake Michigan salmon, and so they still have some of the scales and pin bones. So you want to make sure you go through and pull those out. If you get your salmon from the grocery store, you'll still want to check it for bones, but they should be removed by now. Now I did this step a little out of sequence. I glazed the salmon first because I was going to cook it as whole fillets, but then I decided afterwards that I would cut it into smaller fillets. If you're going to do small chunks of salmon, do that first, and then you can get the glaze on all sides of the salmon. Otherwise, go ahead and glaze the salmon. Now here you can see I decided to go back in and cut these into smaller fillets. And I basically did that because it's easier when the salmon is fresh to cut through it. And back out at the grill, it looks like our charcoal is about ready, so we're going to pour that out. I recommend using a glove, unlike me. And we'll get our grates on. And if your grill has this feature, you should raise the charcoal all the way up to the grates to try to burn off any of the stuff that's on them. It gets them nice and hot. And we'll close the lid and let that preheat for a while. Just a few minutes, honestly. A few minutes has come and gone, so we're going to lower our charcoal down to its lowest setting and then add the salmon pieces one at a time. And you want to be mindful of where the hot spots are in the grill. And if you have a gas grill, you won't have to be quite as careful. Charcoal develops spots on the grill that are much hotter in one place than they are in another. And so on those hotter spots, I like to put my thicker fillets because I know they'll cook a little faster then. And you just give everything another glaze quick. And lower the hood and let her go for a while. It's been about 4.5 minutes, and so I'm going to flip my salmon. I do it by flipping it over and then removing the skin, putting the skin back on the grill and placing the salmon back on the skin, and it works almost like a small pan. It keeps the salmon from sticking to the grill. And you just complete that with all the fillets until they're all done. And then give the salmon another glaze quick. This amount of glaze did about 3 pounds of fish. If you have a lot more fish or a lot less fish, you can adjust accordingly. It's also really good on chicken, beef, pork, anything you want to put it on. And you could also add or take away ingredients. If you really like onion, you could add onion to the glaze. It depends on your taste. Alright, it's been another about 3-4 minutes, and the salmon is done. You'll know it's done when it's firm and it flakes a little bit, or flakes easily. Then it's ready to come off the grill. Back inside, you give it a couple minutes rest and then plate it up, and it's time to enjoy. Well, that'll about do it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you like the content, please like and subscribe. And if you try the recipe, leave me a comment. Tell me what you thought about it. Until next time, thanks for watching.